April. And
So this will be the first time you're voting?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course.
I'm very excited.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
it's really exciting to see a politician to get excited about. What really strikes me about Bernie is he has a genuine and authentic concern for the middle class Americans and how he's passionate, fired up about issues that matter to the people. He gets fired up about healthcare reform and about things like campaign finance reform, which you don't usually hear politicians get really stoked about changing the way that establishment politics are set up, but he inspires his energy in his audience, and I trust his judgment. I like hearing about things, how he voted against the Iraq War, how he's not afraid to stand up to big money. He isn't controlled by big politics or in corporate greed, and when you hear him speak, he's so genuine in the issues that he cares about.
I'm a senior this year, yeah.
So are you planning to go to college?
I'm actually going to community at first, and mostly because I can't afford, four-year university right away, because I wanted to do my general out of the way and then go on from there.
So the education issue, like what she was talking about.
Exactly. It's one of the things that when I heard about, I'm like, well, that's interesting. I mean, when he first announced, my friend told me about him, and I'm like, who is he? This guy from Vermont. Vermont? I don't know anybody from Vermont. And now here he is, I'm here right now in San Diego with this huge crowd here, and it's truly inspiring to be here with all these like-minded people. I mean, in Temecula, where I'm from, it's such a small group of people because it's kind of a red area, but
Do you see many Trump signs or anything out there?
my parents are, yeah. So my parents are Trump supporters, and they remind me every day about that. So
How does that go? How does those come together?
there have been political discussions, but for the sake of our family, we say, all right, this is where we draw the line. So it's interesting to say.
You don't push it too far.
I don't want to. They have the ability to be like, yeah, I know that you are almost owning your car, but we can still take our keys away. We're your parents, so
You like living in a house, right?
Yeah, you have to have the respect for them. And so I do respect them. It's their choice, and I try and be like, well, here's why you shouldn't vote for Trump.
It's good to see people come out and support him, but has it been hard to see him coming close and not quite getting over the hump?
It's kind of hard to get his message out, and a lot of people still don't know about him yet. And you see how he's doing, and sometimes it's like a downfall, and sometimes you see a rise. But hopefully from now on you can see a rise, especially with the people who haven't had their voice heard yet. Right now, the people with the most money have the most say in how the government works. Definitely with Citizens United is definitely one of the issues that Bernie wants to overturn. So, how I see is that one person, one voice, right? You're a person, I'm a person, they're a person. Everybody should have a voice in how they see the future.
Do you think the media has done enough to cover him?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I watch on the results nights last week, and they broadcast Hillary's speech, they broadcast Trump for 30 minutes, just talking nonsense, and then Bernie's
blackout on Bernie, right? How I see it, the new media is on YouTube now. It's you can post whatever you want to say on YouTube, your opinion, and you can have any followers follow you.
Yeah, it's the first time I've felt very politically inclined.
So President Obama didn't really quite.
I mean, he did, but this is a whole different scenario, I guess, for me. Especially on the education front, and a lot of his views are just make sense to me.
Well, what do you do for a living? Are you a teacher? Or are you
I want to be a teacher someday, so that's why also it resonates with me. I work in education right now, and I feel it kind of gets overlooked, especially in this country. Things really need to change here, and the focus needs to be on getting everyone educated, regardless of their income, regardless of where they come from. I think that's really important and essential for us to grow.
Well, there's a lot of hate that's starting to come across the U.S. We're starting to show up. People aren't scared of showing it, and I think for my daughters who are here with me, it's important to see that there may be a few rotten apples, but it's important to not hate, and that's why I'm here.
That's great. That's awesome. They're patient. They're so patient to wait.
Gosh, they have really stressed together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What brings me out here is because I've never seen anything like this before, and I've been involved with politics for the last 10 years. I'm inspired because he seems to be the only only presidential candidate that is actually speaking about what everybody complains about every day, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, it doesn't matter. He's talking about the corruption and how the system is rigged, and he's finally speaking the truth. He's the only one that is speaking of these subjects too. That's why I'm fascinated and passionate about this guy. I really like what he's trying to say to people. He's sparking a movement, and young people, especially not even old enough to vote yet, this is what it's about. It's not even about me, it's not about you, it's not about this gentleman, it's not about Bernie Sanders, it's not about Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump or any of those people. It's about the little kids that aren't even old enough to vote yet. It's about their future, and that's what I like about Bernie Sanders, because that's what he's talking about. Because he knows you can't fix this in overnight. This is going to take, President Obama said years ago, he said it's going to take presidents, not one. It's going to take presidents to change how things are done in this country.
I'm Iranian American.
Oh, wow.
Iranian American. Both of us, we are physicians and we are socialists.
How long have you been here? When did you immigrate?
40 years. 40 years. Long.
So did you raise a family here? Or all grown?
We have two daughters. One is a physician, the other one is attorney. Right there.
So I'm just going to ask you the obvious questions. What do you feel about the recent Iran deal that President Obama negotiated? Do you have
I feel very positive, and I think it's a good thing that it happened.
Do you have many contacts still back in Iran?
Yes, I have my family.
How do they feel about it?
They are very happy. They are very happy, especially the economy is getting better. After sanctions, overall it's much better.
It was a very good deal, and President Obama and John Kerry really went a long time until they come to this solution. I hope they don't change it.
I think Bernie is one of the few people who believe what he said he believed in. He's honest. He is not. Nobody pays him money.
Someone we can trust.
We really like him. Good. And he's the first one that I donated money for him.
Yes.
Ever in your whole time?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Of course, we donate for Hillary too, and Bill Clinton, but now we donate for him.
So you donate for Hillary and Bill back, not just maybe in a few months. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know what I said, socialist, I was kidding.
Okay.
I think I'm very moderate.
Right.
I'm moderate and I'm well-to-do. And
So would you say it's fair to say that a lot more people, if they really knew what that meant, democratic socialism, that everybody else would kind of be like, oh, I'm a socialist too.
oh, I agree with you. There is no question. There is a bad name for socialists. Nothing is bad.
I really want to show that support, that it's not over for Bernie. That he's coming early, he's letting us know that, hey, we're here in California, it's a major deal. It totally is the opposite view of Trump or anyone else that he has on the immigrations and things like this, treats people fairly. So that's really why I'm here, to get that early jump, to let everyone know, we're still in this race.
He's the only one I've seen so far that has been truthful since like 30 years prior. So he has a record of civil rights and being there for gay rights and all that. He's been consistent, and so it's the first president that I've really seen that's been really truly consistent with what he stands for. So I think that's really cool. He talks really casual. He's his first name throughout the whole thing, and he feels more connected than everyone else. Like everyone feels like they're putting up a front, but Bernie's like he's speaking what he thinks and he's trying to connect with people.
You guys are in college. Is this going to be the first election you can vote in?
Yeah.
So you're excited to vote?
Very excited.
Great.
Right now the elections are kind of scary because like I don't want to see someone like Trump in. So
One, I think it's important to be involved. I think if you're an American citizen who doesn't vote, that's a serious issue. I also think that it's important to be informed. One of the worst things we have today in America is ill-informed, ignorant voters. I believe that he is not afraid to say what he believes, even if it is not the majority opinion. I mean, the statistics right now have him behind a few points for Hillary. And he's not changing what he wants to say. If you notice, oftentimes Hillary will change her opinion to get the voice, to get votes, which makes me unsure of what she actually says. I would be much more likely to vote for Hillary if she would be honest, quite frankly. But quite frankly, I'm not sure what I'm voting for. And so therefore, I feel like a vote for Bernie is a vote that I can feel confident in. Whether or not he wins, I know that I'm voting for somebody I feel has integrity.